I'm your host, Donna Cates, and each week we'll dive into powerful stories, expert strategies, and practical tools to help you take charge of your financial future. Whether you're planning for retirement, navigating a divorce, or simply looking to build your wealth with confidence, this is your space to grow, learn, and thrive. Let's get started with today's podcast. All right, Katie Kabel is here with us today, and she is with Kabel Styles, and is a delightful person that I'm excited to introduce you guys to. So, Katie, welcome. I would love for us to start with you giving us a 90-second overview of what you do and
Okay,
why
well,
you
thank
got
you so
into
much
it.
for having me here today. I'm really excited to be talking with you. Yes, so I am a personal stylist and certified image and color consultant. I started my business, oh gosh, back in 2018, but I feel like I've kind of always been working in this direction as I've always been a creative person, loved color and clothing, but also always a people person, love chatting and building relationships. And I think this was, like I said, something that was kind of always in the works. I was always in a creative field. I was a dancer, a singer, and I became a professional DJ. So was always working in retail to make ends meet. And while I did get a degree in marketing and international business, I kind of went back to where I always was, back to my roots, working in the creative field. And I found that when I was working with women and helping dress them, the joy that I got from making someone else feel good about themselves and the confidence that I could help provide someone was that was for me. I was like, this is what I have to do. It really is a feel good job, and just being able to provide someone the confidence to go after whatever it is that they want in their life is really why I'm here. And I know that was more than 90 seconds. It's hard for me to answer a question in 90 seconds because I do like to talk so much.
Yeah, and that is yeah, and it's fabulous though because I can hear your passion and the fact that in spite of the marketing degree or whatever, you literally kept back to your roots. That creativity is always pulling you, and I know that about you. So I think it's awesome. So tell me, let's talk a little bit about what the biggest problem is that you see in your industry right now and what you're actually doing to help
Oh,
solve
wow.
that
That's a great
problem.
question. So I feel a lot. Okay. So I think the biggest problem about the industry right now is overconsumption, our shopping habits. And this world of influencing and creating this need to buy more that may not necessarily be within the personal styling industry, but in our kind of the overall retail shopping habits. And of course, I work very heavily with shopping for clients. And the thing that I'm doing to try to change that is I really want to educate women on why do they feel the need to go out and buy something, okay? And really creating that knowledge of this is why I need something, therefore I should go out and buy it. Because a lot of women will just on a whim find themselves, oh, this is pretty. Oh, this is on sale. Oh, I like this. Or, maybe we had a bad day. We've all been sucked into the retail therapy. I am guilty of that myself, but I am cognizant of it, right? So, because I've been trained in, oh my gosh, I'm feeling like I need to fill a void right now. And I want women to understand before they go out and purchase something, really, why do you feel like you need to purchase it? And what is that actual need?
Got it. Now that is very unique because we all know we've all done the retail therapy, like you say. I've personally experienced that, and I've literally you'll be proud to know this. I just did a lot of purging from my closet. I mean, it was kind of pre-COVID. I haven't worn these suits the
Right.
all the suit stuff. It is now out of my closet. It was pretty freeing. It was nice. And I also discovered some clothes that still
Oh,
had
yes.
tags on them that had just been hidden in the depths of that overfull closet. So, all right, that sounds awesome. And how, what are you doing to help once somebody knows, hey, I'm only buying stuff to fill a need or something, how do you help them
Okay, so
redirect
again,
that?
I want you to think about what is the need for this item. And I'll give myself as an example. So I like to wear a lot of silk blouses in the winter and the fall. It gets a little chilly in the New York area. So I found myself really, for some reason, being really attracted to sweater vests. And I was like, why do I want a sweater vest? I keep looking at all these sweater vests and I'm like, oh, that's cute. That's fun. That's neat. And then I was like, okay, why am I feeling like I want a sweater vest? And then I thought to myself, oh, okay. You're always a bit chilly when you're wearing your silk blouses. This is the perfect little add on to give you that extra layer of warmth, but you still get to showcase your silk blouses that you love. So that's a great example. Why is it that I'm feeling this urge to buy something? And if I can create, there's a true reason why I need it that's going to benefit me as far as the function of my lifestyle or a void in my closet. For instance, another example is if you find that you're continuously going to your closet and you're like, oh gosh, I really think I could use uh, a red shoe. I feel like this outfit, so many times you go to your closet and I'm like, just that pop of color would be perfect to make a statement right now. And you find yourself consistently going to your closet looking for that piece that you don't have. There is that need again. So, another example, I found myself needing another coat that was in between my snow blizzard coat and my formal coat, something that was lightweight that I could wear to the kids' soccer games and stuff. I needed something heavier than a rain jacket, but I didn't want to wear the puffer. So I went on this search. I need to find that medium weight coat. And so always thinking, really, what is this void that it is going to fill for me? And if it's not filling a void, then you probably have three or four things that will already work in that case. Yeah.
That's and I'm taking copious notes over here because and I think for me, it's kind of the pause before you just go down the rabbit hole of buying and thinking through what need is this filling? Is it going to serve me? Do I already have something that will suit this
Exactly.
need?
And something else
Right.
that I do with myself through the season. So, for instance, this winter, I will be taking notes. If I'm finding myself that there are multiple times that I felt like I wanted to have something and I didn't have it. So at the end of the season, I already kind of have my shopping list now. Wow, I found myself multiple times really feeling like I needed this piece in my closet. I never had it. I didn't get it. So now, when it comes to fall of next year, or maybe if it's spring and it's on sale, then I'm already thinking, great piece to buy right now for next season because I found myself really feeling like I needed this piece. Yes,
Intentional
very,
spending. I
very
love that.
intentional. And I talk about that a lot. Intentional styling, intentional purchasing. Again, there is a thought behind everything, and we're not just buying. And if you feel like, oh gosh, I really, really want this, put it in your shopping bag and sleep on it for 24 hours. Don't hit the click button, right? If you're feeling like you've got that strong urge. And then if you wake up the next day and you're like, oh, I can't stop thinking about that piece, I'm going to be really upset if I go to my shopping bag, my virtual shopping bag, and it's not there. Then again, that gives you a little bit of an indication this might be something that you really are going to cherish.
I love that idea. Sounds awesome. So I know you're in a unique niche because you're actually helping people figure out their colors. You're working with them in styling, maybe even personal shopping, creating that. Where do you see that specific niche going in the next 5 to 10 years? And how do you see yourself
Right. Well, of course,
evolving with that?
like a lot of people, there was a huge shift from in person to virtual. And, starting my business just 2 years prior to COVID, everything was in person for me. And I had heard about some stylists doing virtual shopping, virtual styling. And I'm like, I don't see myself doing that. I don't know how I can do that. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Well, lo and behold, COVID happened. And sometimes when we're faced with a really difficult challenge, right, it really forces us to find a new way. And so again, moving ahead with virtual styling, we're going to see more virtual shopping platforms, more virtual styling platforms. And of course, you see some of that. A lot of those apps, right? Those personal styling apps. Um, Again, I say that, but then there is the human contact that will just never go away. And but I do see, again, just the virtual platform will continue to expand, and the tools that we use virtually to help our clients give that in-person experience when we can't be there with them. For instance, some of my best
Yes.
clients, I have a couple really great clients that live on the West Coast, and we make it work, and it's a successful relationship. So I just think that virtual platform will continue to expand. And I hate to say this, but I think I'm dipping my toes into it. AI, it's still it's so new to me. But I do think that whole AI world will continue to open our eyes to other options as far as styling goes. But don't ask me too much about AI because,
Wow. And
again, I know it's out there and I'm dipping my toes into it, but that's just about it.
we're
Right.
all being impacted by it. Every industry, day to day living, everybody's being touched by it. So that's very interesting, though. And I know I've taken advantage of using technology to
Yep.
try on glasses before I buy them, right? So I guess that's one little example anyway. Okay, so I'm going to shift gears here and ask you this. I want you to share with me your biggest failure or challenge that you've faced to this point in your life, whether it's personal or professional, and how that's actually shaped how you're doing
Oh, my
business today.
goodness. Wow. So, my biggest challenge, I think the biggest challenge is I'm really hard on myself, right? So I think the biggest challenge overall, it's not really one big thing. It's being able to be okay with making mistakes, right? And that is something that I've grown considerably with as being a business owner. In the beginning, every time I made a mistake, it would just crush me. I mean, I would be incapacitated for days. Just, oh, I can't believe I did that. How did I mess that up? I should have done it this way. But now when I make a mistake, I'm able to say, okay, this didn't go the way that you had planned. Let's think about how we can do this differently next time. And instead of it crumbling me, I can see it as a learning experience. And of course, that is life, right? And that's what I'm trying to teach my kids is that it's impossible to not make mistakes because that's how we learn. But I think for me, having my business has helped me grow so much personally too, because making those mistakes in my business has allowed me to also see making mistakes in my personal life as just another opportunity to learn, to grow, and to become better at whatever it is that I want to work on.
Katie, and I have to tell you this. I think it's interesting because you chose, because I asked, what's your biggest failure or challenge? And you went with challenge. And I truly believe it's because you know that failure is just when you don't learn from it. If you failed, if you whatever happens and you don't learn, or
Right.
you just quit, that's when it's failure versus the a challenge. So I truly appreciate the fact that you get that and that you're evolving and learning from life. I think that's awesome. All right, here's another question for you. If you could have lunch with just one person, living or deceased, who would it be
Oh
and
my gosh.
why?
I've thought about this before and I've often like, oh, I know who that would be. Gosh, lunch with someone. Oh, I think one person that I really enjoy listening to now, he is alive. Um, but and I could go to one of his speakings. He does get speakings, but I love the astrophysicist Neil Tyson deGrasse. Um, I'm
Ooh.
just fascinated by him. Growing up, I was always so interested in space and planets, and I felt like that was somehow going to be in my future. um, so I just find him so fascinating, the way that he can make us all feel connected somehow in a non-religious way, um, fusing science and nature. And so I'm just completely fascinated with him. I would love to have a lunch conversation with him. And that's on my to-do list, to
That
go to
sounds
one of
awesome.
his speaking engagements. Yes. And I know he does them, but it's on my to-do list.
That's so awesome. And now I've got somebody to go
Yes.
look up. So, because I'm not aware of this person. So awesome. Well, I would love for you to share with us today how people can reach out to you if they want your services, learn more about you, where are all the ways
Sure.
they can
Well, like I
contact you.
said, my name is Katie Kabel, and please contact me at katie@kablestyles.com. And my business is kablestyles.com. You can find me there. And I would love for you to reach out and, let's chat. Let's get you feeling like your best self to help you achieve your personal and professional goals.
And I love it. And I recommend everybody do that just to be around your awesome energy. So I thank you for
Thank you
being on
so
the
much for
show
having
today.
me.
Okay. I hope today's conversation left you feeling inspired, informed, and ready to take the next step in your financial journey. Remember, building wealth isn't just about money, it's also about creating a life that aligns with your goals and values. If you found this episode valuable, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with the women in your life who deserve financial empowerment too. Until next time, stay confident, stay empowered, and keep building the life you desire.